Hey, did you know I'm doing a toy drive for the kids? That's right. If you want to support underprivileged children this holiday season, click the link below or in my bio, and you'll be able to access our link to our toy drive. We're going through Amazon, so all you need to do is buy toys. You can see we've already got a ton of them. The more the merrier. We are looking for gifts still for the very young kids, as well as gifts for the older kids. Thank you to all who've already bought toys and donated. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and enjoy the video. All right, next up we have Christina, who wants to talk about how my gender ideology enables the rights of women to be taken away. Let's find out how they substantiate that. Christina, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns. As soon as the call clicks through, there it goes. Hello? Hello?
I would prefer not to say my age, and you can call me whatever you want to, whatever pronouns you like, but I'm a biological woman.
Okay, well, the term biological woman... Yeah, can you hear me? What the hell? Okay, Christina, call back because you hung up. I wonder if it's the web caller. Try calling back, Christina, through the web caller. I'm not sure why I can wait to take another call to give Christina time to call back. I don't like the phrase biological woman because it doesn't make any sense. There's like no biological trait that maps to womanhood. There's only biological traits that map to female. So it's just weird when people say biological woman. Like, biological just means life. Like, yeah, technically every single person's biological, but when using it in the context of the conversation, it doesn't make sense. We're going to give Christina time to call back really quickly. We don't use the web caller much, so it might be an issue with the web caller. But women are female. Yeah, but that wasn't what was said, right? If you want to say biologically female, sure, we can have that conversation. We're just waiting to see if Christina calls back. I mean, if they don't, we'll go to the next call, but... Synthetic. Genetic woman, again, doesn't make sense because there is no gene that maps to womanness. There are tons of genes that can map to female, but there is no gene that maps onto woman. Because again, this is what you guys have to remember. If you're claiming there is some gene or there's some biological component that maps to womanhood, that would make non-humans women because they also possess those genes. She's going to use an excuse and say you ran. That's why I'm waiting. That's why I'm leaving the call line open for her. You don't want arguments for semantics. It's a semantic argument. What do you mean? First of all, yes, you have to play. What do you mean? You have to play semantics when you're having these conversations. You have to be in-depth, and you have to be specific. You can't just be like vague. No, you have to be specific about these things. If you went into a real debate, like a collegiate debate, and somebody was like logically taking down your argument and you went, well, that's just semantics, you would get laughed off of that stage. Okay, I think we've got Christina back. Let's see if it works and comes through. Okay, Christina, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. Can you please provide me your age and pronouns, please?
My name's Christina, and I'm sorry that you're not comfortable with me calling myself a biological woman.
It has nothing to do with comfortability. I just think it's a term that doesn't mean anything.
And as I said, call me whatever pronouns you want.
Okay, so you go by any and all pronouns. Okay. But yeah, and what's your age? Hello?
Hello? No, yeah, whatever you like. It's not a problem.
Okay, how old are you?
My age isn't that relevant, but yeah, I'm over 40.
Okay.
I'm over 40.
I'll just put over 40. Yeah, but like I said, I'm not uncomfortable with you using the phrase biological woman. I just think it's an illogical phrase. I think it's a phrase that doesn't mean anything because there is no gene that maps onto woman.
That's cool. I'm getting a bit of an echo. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and some people think that a lot of pronouns don't mean anything.
Okay, well, pronouns are just a way to replace a noun in conversation, so I don't know what they would mean by don't mean anything.
And biological woman is just another way of describing a woman.
Well, biological would describe any human because we're all living creatures, so therefore we'd all be biological.
Well, okay, just say I'm a woman then, if that's what makes you feel more comfortable.
Well, it wouldn't be about what's comfortable, right? We're having a conversation, so it's just about what's logical and what's true.
Well, what you think's logical and what I think's logical is different.
Yes, that's why we're in the middle of a debate where we present our sides and we see which side logically holds.
Exactly. So let's go.
Well, yeah, but I've shown why the phrase biological woman is illogical. Can you show me how it is? Yes, I have.
You haven't shown me anything. All you've done said is that to you it's illogical.
Oh, sure. I can demonstrate it if you'd like. The reason it's illogical is one, biological is a phrase that just means like alive or living,
There's
and we're all living
wrong.
organisms. I'm not. Hold on, Christina. I'm literally telling you. I'm presenting to you why it's an illogical phrase. So one, part of what makes it illogical is biological just means living. So like, yes, all women would inherently be biological because they're all living. Two, when you use it, I assume that you're using it to mean that there's some... Christina.
So is this why you want to change that to the word
Christina, I have not stopped talking yet.
It's really difficult because you're echoing. I might ring back when I'm not getting an echo because I'm having to hear you twice.
Did you turn the stream off? Like the stream that you were watching, did you turn that off?
Okay, I can try doing that. Is that better? Yep, might be. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, great. Sorry, that's a lot easier. I do apologize for that. I was getting it twice.
No problem. As I was saying, the reason why I think the phrase biological woman is sort of illogical is when you use it, I assume that you're using it to mean that there is some biological component of yourself that maps onto womanhood. But I don't believe that that biological component exists. I believe there are biological components that map onto female, but anything can be a female. Not anything can be a woman. So if you're going to say that biological women, you'd have to have some specific biological marker that only maps onto women and doesn't map onto literally anything else.
I do though. I can produce eggs and I have ovaries.
Dogs can produce eggs and have ovaries. Cats can produce eggs. That doesn't map onto strictly womanhood. That maps onto female. Eggs, large gametes would map onto all.
Female is a woman.
Christina, what I'm explaining to you is that when you're using the phrase biological woman, you're assuming that you're operating under the presupposition that women and female is a synonymous term. I don't agree that women and female is a synonymous term because there are non-human females. And if we're just saying what makes you biologically a woman is the ability to produce eggs, there are other creatures that can produce eggs. Just saying, but they're not human doesn't do anything. I can tell you other things that make me unique. Do you have a biological trait that is unique to just women? No other.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
I have free will in what I do with my biology as a biological woman.
Christina,
unique.
We all have free will. So that's not a trait that's unique to women.
No, animals don't have free will.
Animals absolutely have free will.
Make decisions with their mind.
Animals absolutely make decisions with their mind. What are you talking about?
But not in the same way humans can.
What would be the difference?
Look what we do to the earth. No animals can do what we can do to this planet.
Wait, that's just because we have a higher level of intellect. It doesn't mean that the free will has changed.
Yeah, but they don't have the free will to do things that we can do to mutilate each other, can they?
Animals mutilate each other all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's nature because they haven't got free will. They're following their nature.
Christina, can you please define to me what free will means? Like how you're using it?
You're asking for definitions of everything. And
yes, because right now it seems that we are, Christina, right now it seems that we're, Christina, right now, it seems that we're operating under two different frameworks of what free will is. So I'm asking you to tell me what framework and how you're using the phrase free will so we can come to a understanding about the conversation. Asking clarification on definitions is just normal in debates.
We're actually gaslighting from the actual issue of the conversation Christina. It's not what I came here to talk about or debate.
Christina, asking for definitions is one of the most normal thing in debates ever. It's probably the most question asked.
The subject matter is going off course from the topic. So I apologize that you wanted to take it into a discussion about the definitions of these things.
You brought up free will, Christina. If you don't want to talk about free will, why did you bring it up?
You asked me questions that weren't relevant to the subject matter of this debate.
Every question, I promise you, every question I asked you is going to be relevant to the conversation of the debate. I promise you that.
Well, how is this relevant to how I think that your gender ideology takes away the sex-based rights of women?
Because I don't think people have sex-based rights.
They do.
What are they?
What are the rights that define a woman's right to have a safe space on this planet?
I don't think any single human has a right.
What are the sex-based rights that women
Christina,
fought for
I don't think Christina,
for?
I don't think a single human on this planet has a right to a safe space.
Yeah, and people that are female, of the female sex, couldn't vote because of their sex, and
that has nothing to do with safe spaces.
Women didn't have spaces.
Christina, if we're going to stay on topic, stay on topic.
Where they could change, and they fought for those rights.
Christina, if you're going to have a topic, stay on topic. Voting has nothing to do with a safe space. You're saying that humans. Christina, I need you to listen for a second. What you're telling me here is that you believe that humans have a fundamental right to a safe space based upon our sex. Substantiate where that right comes from. Who has a right to a safe space?
Everybody.
This isn't enshrined in, there's no legal right to a safe space. It's not going to be a fundamental universal right. We don't have some universal right to a safe space.
It's a human right.
You think one of our fundamental human rights is a safe space based on sex?
Yep.
How do you substantiate that?
Because it's a proven fact that men are a lot more violent towards women than women are to women.
I don't disagree.
And it's based on biology that women are stronger than men, and with testosterone, they are more violent than women. And women need to have spaces where they can feel safe and protected from those men, and that's based on sex.
Okay, Christina, two things. One,
yeah.
What safe spaces are you talking about? Like a bathroom? Because a bathroom won't protect you from somebody that wants to.
I'm talking about prisons where they're allowing men that say that they are women that have been sexual predators and rapists of women being allowed in women's prisons with women that have already been raped by men before, and women being forced to be confined
Can you show me the evidence of somebody
and being raped by these
Can you show me the evidence of somebody who was convicted of rape?
Yes, I can send you examples. I'll send them to you in a link of examples where this has happened, where they've got 5 inmates in the
Christina. Yeah. How come I can only get like 3 sentences, or not even sentences? How come I can get 3 words out before you start talking again?
The question that you asked me.
You didn't let me finish the question.
Okay, finish.
Okay. My question was, can you show me an example of somebody who was convicted of rape, specifically convicted of raping a woman, right? That was a trans person that was convicted of raping a woman that was then sent to a woman's prison.
Okay, well, I just read one tonight, and I can send you the example, and it was about a young girl who was raped at 13 by a pedophile man, and he was placed in a women's prison, and he also got to be called a woman in court when he was being charged.
Okay, so if you just read it, give me the example.
And another example is a man at the moment. There's 5 men in a women's prison who are convicted sex offenders who have been charged for raping women at the moment.
Christina,
and some of those women are pregnant. Yeah,
Christina, this is incoherent if you can't provide the direct examples. You have to actually provide the examples. I haven't got the information on me now. I'll send you the link. Okay, well then what we're going to do is I'm going to disregard all of this. I can't take your stories.
Why?
Because I'm not going to.
Am I meant to have every single bit here ready?
Christina, because
I'll debate you again then, and I'll have the information for you and the names. Okay?
Christina, I don't know why it is so difficult for you to let me finish a thought.
Okay, go for it.
Jesus Christ. When it comes to a debate, I can't just take trust me, bro, as an example. I need direct examples. Then we can look at those examples. I need to know if there's statistical significance. Christina, again? Christina, do I have to start muting you? Like, damn, bro, I wasn't even fucking 30 seconds through.
Why are you getting so angry?
Because you will not stop interrupting me, Christina. Because you will not stop interrupting me. Okay, I'm going to just mute you until I finish then. If you can't stop interrupting, you're going to be muted. I gave you multiple chances. So as I was saying, if you want me to look, if you're claiming that this is a reason why these spaces must be separated, what I'm going to look at is I want to look at direct examples. I want to look at statistical significance of this happening. I want to look at the risks and benefits of both sides. And then I want to see, okay, I want to test the logic and see if this is a reason this is getting, if that we want the spaces separated, then does that logic hold in all instances? Does it hold for all rape? Or are you saying it's only when males rape females? If a female rapes a female, then we don't need to worry about separating the safe space. Because that's what it's going to end up being most likely. Now you're unmuted. Now you may speak.
Well, I thought that you would already be aware that this has happened. It's pretty much common knowledge for anyone that's done any research on these sorts of things. So that's sort of why I thought I wouldn't need to have to prove it to you.
If you can't come to a debate with sources, that's on you.
Most people know that this is happening already.
Christina, you need to provide sources for a claim. Christina, I don't care if you're surprised I don't. You need to provide sources for a claim.
Well, Okay, I didn't realize that you were so uninformed. So I'll return for another debate and I'll have everything you need.
It's not me being uninformed. It's you unable to source your stuff. So see you, Christina. Come back when you can provide evidence for your claim so we can actually look at your claim analytically. Unbelievable. I didn't know I had to provide sources when I said something. Wow. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that you had to provide a source for a claim you make? I'm not even denying that it happens, but again, the reason why we need a source is so that we can critically and analytically look at what happened and see if what happened was due to trans people. Hey, thank you all for watching this video. If you don't know me, I'm Jovan Bradley. I'm a leftist content creator who does debates, political commentary, gaming, and more. If this is your first video, thanks for sticking to the end, and I hope you subscribe. I post videos daily, and there are hundreds of past debates on my page for you to enjoy. Thank you to all my YouTube members. Your continued support helps me create as much as I can. Consider joining. A membership starts at $2.99 and gets you access to our community Discord, early access to videos, and more. Shout out to my Tier 4 members. Call Me Vel, Bamji, Ryan O'Connors, Wednesday Leo Rain, Papa Snowflake, Kazim, Ryan Wright, Red Fairy DF, Not 3.6R, Sylvia Snow, Paul D, Zurith Moonpaw, Never Again, Emery Imogene, Ayla Ursus, Kelsey K, Jake Gorshander, Matthew Holloway, Vampy, Yemye, Mealy, and Dragon Nerd. Your continued support goes a long way in helping me continue the fight for equity, justice, and education. Thank you again for watching.